Hello there. How are you?
Talking to the fans.
I'm talking to the fans, not you.
Yeah, we've done this joke before.
You're all pouty.
I'm not really pouty today.
You're definitely pouty. Listen to how your monotone voice is.
No, it sounds fine. Everything is fine.
We need to do a shot.
I'm doing a shot right now.
Okay.
Shot at nothing.
A shot of Old Mother beer, right?
Old Mother beer. Portal Vision returns. Do you have Portal Vision? Do you know what Portal Vision is?
I don't.
Well, it's a beer, and it is a delicious IPA. It's back on draft and in cans. Notes of peach, mild berry, and soft cotton candy make this one of Old Mother's favorite IPAs ever they brew. They even painted their back hallway to match. Did you know they actually did body painting with it? They just rolled in paint and then laid on the walls. That's why it looks the way that it does. So unique.
I did not.
Mm-hmm. Would you ever let your body be painted?
No.
How much money could I convince you to in order to do that?
$300 for 15 minutes at Sky Stage.
It's funny. So we recorded our episode last week. Ryan Nicholson. We got great reviews on it. We got $50 contributed to from our PayPal account for your rain jacket fund.
Really? Who did that?
Well, I can't disclose who it was.
That's because it doesn't exist.
No. Because I don't want to out that person thinking that you need to stay dry. Because $50 is a lot for a joke.
Why don't you mouth it?
I can't. I'll put it on the whiteboard and hold it up, and I'll say your mom.
Oh, that's great.
So
sold out Sky Stage show. We should talk about our family picnic.
This is so. This is our first episode recording after our Sky Stage show. Wild times. I don't know if anybody's keeping score, but that's 2 sold-out shows at Frederick Arts Council run places in about a week.
I've never been more insulted publicly, so I'm coming for you, Lorenzo Nichols.
Yeah, he did throw some shade. I thought it was cloudy, but it was just you.
He said to the masses, to the sold-out crowd, he told them a lie. He told them a lie that he had beat me in NBA 2K on PlayStation 5, and for a man of God, you would think he wouldn't lie.
Well, I think the hard thing is that's he didn't lie. I saw the proof.
I was winning, and then he said he had to leave, so we were here to set the record straight.
Yeah.
But that was a fun night.
It was great.
What did everybody think of our theme song?
Well, I was told that people were upset that they didn't know we were playing.
Who told you that? The same person who bought a raincoat for me?
No, separate person, unfortunately. That means we actively have 2 people that care.
This is such a lie. All of the things that you say. You are a man of God and you lie too.
Why do you think everything I say is a lie?
Because it is.
Mm.
Because it is.
I love you.
That's a lie. See, this is the thing. This is what you get. When we have a peek behind the curtain, 2 podcasts at the Could Be Better Studios on a Wednesday night that we tape. The first stuff we tape is always going to be lackluster because we are tired. We have yet to have a beer.
Sure.
And we don't want to be here. I don't want to be here anymore. Wow,
so
that was good. I took the high harmonies.
I know, it was kind of nice.
Speaking of that, we're going to get canceled, but we'll save that for a few weeks.
Oh, no, we're not getting canceled. But there's a...
We're canceling ourselves.
And that's not even close to being true.
I'm canceled.
Do you want to get into it?
No, we'll save it. Tune in the next couple weeks.
Yeah, we'll be like all those terrible bands now. They're like, hey, check out the sick art post. Hey, new single may be coming soon. Keep your eyes peeled. Follow, subscribe.
Follow, subscribe. Come to the Met.
So,
what else is new with you since I saw you on Saturday? We don't get pizza anymore. You called me a basic bitch for wanting Panera salad tonight.
Oh, what else is new? I mean, dude, I'm still on the Sky Stage high.
You are not.
That was a great show.
It's
it was a great
lie.
night. No way. It was awesome. So for
those that do the Could Be Better drinking game, every time Chris lies drink, you should be drunk by now.
But it was awesome. It was Natalie Brooke headlining night, just shredding away.
Amazing. I heard it was a great after party.
Stitch Early, killer backup singers. Yeah, a great after party. I heard. We didn't get invited.
We didn't get invited.
No, you know what it is though? It's because we had family picnic. We didn't invite anybody either.
Yeah, including ourselves. Stitch had a great band.
Killer band. Dude, that drummer was like playing, and I found out that's his snare. And it was,
Yeah,
it was
dude, I
fat
found that
and
out
so
too.
great.
So fat.
And then freaking Kitewave, which I found out. I thought Kitewave already played at Sky Stage, but that was their first show.
There you
and
go.
so another person came up and said, "Wow, Chris, I think this might be my favorite Kitewave show I've ever played." And I
Drink.
said, "Wow, dude, it's not a lie. Why do you think I'm so dishonest?"
And then there was a band before him called
Yeah,
Could Be Better.
yeah, Could Be Better played, and Genevieve came up and sang a song with us.
That's right. We did the anthem.
and then we did the theme song,
Yeah,
but with lyrics, and people were.
Did you watch the full video?
I did. Did you like my comment? You didn't respond back to it.
What was your comment?
No, you're a jerk. So for people that
you called us double motorcycle.
yeah, yes. Well, and that's the funnier part too. I mean, because this is all about Sky Stage and just fun times. One of the highs that I'm still on, actually. So, but we played Sky Stage.
You just flipped me off. Everybody.
You just no, I didn't. Drink. You sent me the video of us playing the intro, and it's a guitar playing guy with a mustache and then a drummer with a hat on. And so then I said, "Oh, I love Double Motorcycle," which is funny because somebody came up to us at the end of the night who was not intoxicated and said, "Man, I haven't seen you all since you all played the Rock School. That was great." I was like, "Well, I've never played the Rock School."
You said, "Thanks, Scott."
Yeah, I said thanks, but I've never played the Rock School. But I'm just another white guy with a mustache in Frederick. So, Joe Gillette, I'm out there taking props. So
I'm not. There were only a couple rough spots in the theme song. I think
it's just the one. It was just the chorus part, but everything else was cool.
That was because I didn't crash.
Yeah, but it was still cool. It still felt cool. And then the second time through when we did it hit.
Actually, the second time through, yeah. Let's get on the therapist couch for the final half of this intro. The second part, fucking dragged. It's that same goddamn chorus over and over.
Oh, the double chorus.
Yeah. Well, it's like a quadruple chorus by the end of it, because one chorus is two choruses. You know what I mean?
It's the same amount in the second one as it is in the third one. So it's a double course. Don't ask me. I just wrote the lyrics.
I just wrote the music. Tad was not. Did you see him when we were talking about playing the song? He's like, "Don't mention me, please don't mention me."
Oh, why?
So I don't know.
Is he upset that we don't pay him enough royalties?
No, I think yes, actually yes.
Because what kind of sucks, I think this is episode 40.
Is this really? We've done this 40 fucking times.
Yeah, how crazy is that?
Oh god damn, I'm tired just thinking about that.
I know.
And who do we have on episode 40?
Well, I was about to say what's crazier than wow.
Is that our guest?
No respect, definitely not. They would have driven by the house if that was it. But no, what's crazier than 40 episodes is what's coming up this weekend at Old Mother Brewing Company. Friday night, Ben Liza is turning 40 years old, which is the same number as this episode. So this episode goes out to Ben. Happy birthday, Ben.
Why didn't we have Ben on?
Well, it's past his bedtime.
If it's past his, then
I know. And so Crooked Hills is playing. Crooked Hills, Brett! And Asthma Castle, and then Strange Highways. It's going to be awesome. 7 to 9. It is Friday, September 30th. So tomorrow, our buddy Dylan from TV is going to be running sound. It's going to be a good time. Then the next night, Colin, your favorite, your number 2 draft pick in the Frederick Fantasy Musician League, Ace of Weeks and Friends.
Oh.
Saturday, October the 1st, first Saturday at Old Mother, 7 to 9.
Hey now.
Same thing. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be a great time. Everyone's going to have a great time. There's going to be pop-up markets. Colin, you can get a new jacket. You can get a new hoodie.
Get a new jacket. New pants.
So it should be cool. So again, Friday night, Crooked Hills, the 30th. And then on the 1st, Asa
Weeks.
Asa Weeks. And speaking of things that aren't weak, man, our guest today, Coach Sulaiman.
Coach Sully
from the band Marshal, Fuzz, and jiu-jitsu coach. I'm afraid that there's going to be too much sweating that people are going to hear when he's in this episode.
Yes, I'm afraid for the furniture in here.
The furniture, and I'm just going to be nervous. He's going to punch me at any point in time.
It's a good thing we got a grant for all of the furniture.
We did. Also insurance, because can't live with it, can't live without it.
Is he coming straight from practice?
He's coming straight from work in the District of Columbia.
Oh, does he drive up and down?
I think he drives technically. I think it's east to west and west to east. So it's not really up or down, but I hear you.
Wow, we'll have to ask him about it, huh?
We did. It's a great answer. We get to hear a bunch of new songs he recorded with.
We got new songs?
New songs he recorded with our buddy and our friend of the podcast and recent guest of the podcast, Phoenix, or what? Steven,
that's right. They
whatever
did
his name
talk
is.
about that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
but not that asshole who broke my frame, right?
No,
he didn't record with
I
him.
don't remember his name.
Yeah, what was his name?
Picture Breaker.
Was it Dwight?
No.
No.
Starts a little lower on the
How about
alphabet.
Scooter?
That's pretty close.
Yeah.
Shout out to Scooter. May he rest in peace forever. This is our interview with Sully from Marshal Fuzz.
We are here with the man, the myth, and the legend.
And the coach.
And the coach. The first time I was ever blessed with playing music with you was a week ago.
Yeah.
And that's the first time we've ever done that. We just banged on drums.
Yeah, that was fun.
That was fun. Well,
sorry about the camera thing.
Yeah, you want to tell that story? I forgot about that.
Yeah, we was. I was just getting some footage of what was going on in jamming, and I just kind of scanned around the whole room. I think I did it like twice. I like got right to you and then like went right back to the other way and then went back and then he was like, "Dude, what's going on?"
Left me out. Yeah.
And I was like, "I don't know why I did that." I remember doing it, but I just don't know why I did it.
I knew he didn't like me, but he just confirmed it.
Well, you got your hair cut afterwards, so maybe you just felt a little self-conscious.
Yeah, so y'all be playing. Well, I guess by the time this comes out, it won't matter. But we're gonna get together again on
this Friday.
Yeah. What do you think? What's it like playing with Tad and Zutu?
I enjoy playing. I mean, it's a different. I've been playing bongo. I play bongos with Brady O'Connor, and mostly. But I've been playing bongos with him probably since probably like the last couple years or so. And just when Tad I think our first gig with Tad was maybe early summer or something like that.
Sky Stage?
Oh, yeah. Was that? Yeah, that was the first one he asked us to play because he was filling in for in drum because he drums for us from time to time. So he was filling in and he was like, "Yeah, you guys want to play that?" So it's been fun. It's been cool. I mean, a lot of his stuff is rhythmic because he's a drummer. So it's just a big drum circle, and it's really cool. Yeah.
Do you play drums?
No. I was playing bongos with Brady one time, and what's my guy's name? What is his name? I used to be in the Fun Boys. What is his name?
There's Colin.
Colin. Yes, it was Colin. Yes. So Colin was like, "Dude, you sound great, man, but you should probably tune those, man." So I was like, "Man." So I went to like Home Depot or one of those places and got a wrench like that day. And I was like, "Oh, this sounds way better."
That's awesome. That's awesome. So my first interaction with you, because we're going off of, I guess, recent interactions, is you played a show for us at the Eagles Club.
Yep,
that's right. I remember that.
And I remember
you blew everyone away. Do you remember?
Dude,
that?
I remember. Yeah. I was exactly what I was about to say. So you guys started in with your Hendrix cover.
Yeah.
And it hits.
Yeah.
And the Eagles clientele is, their homegrown crowd is 60 plus.
Absolutely. Classic rock.
And so they're all into like the classics, and then you start coming in and everybody moves out from the bar, and I don't see those fuckers move for a shit. And so they end up like moving over, and everyone's just like, man, and it was so cool to see a younger band, and it was a different setup too, because it was you on guitar, somebody on drums, because who knows what drummer you have.
That was Declan. You remember
oh
Declan?
shoot, Declan!
Yeah,
Shout out!
Declan.
What is Frederick?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's right.
So Declan on drums, and then it was L, and then Brad.
Brad.
So
that's the lineup.
Yeah. So it was that, and it was like you guys just came out, and it was so good.
They wanted you back. Those dudes, like everybody at the Eagles said, "When can you book them again?"
Yeah, and I was like, probably tomorrow. They're like,
I said he hates me. Won't put me in the video.
I think you had booked me for a show there that got, I don't know. I remember there was one more show or something happened.
Yeah, so there was an upstairs show that Double Motorcycle didn't
I
play.
think that was that.
It was Double Motorcycle's final show, and you all opened.
I remember that.
And then so you played downstairs first, and then you played upstairs.
Yeah.
And upstairs, I think as soon as you guys were done, you were playing on the creek.
Yeah, we had to roll out. That was a big mess. That was a huge mess because they wanted us to. They was like, yeah. I was like, yeah. If you want us to rush over there, we'll rush over there. We rushed over there. They was like, no. We'll have you guys play later. So I went and got something to eat, and then I go back and my band's on stage jamming.
No,
it's like, come on up here, Sully is there. I'm like, what the heck is going on? But yeah, long story.
Was the food worth it?
Well, I had my two youngest kids with me, so it was worth it to feed them.
Sure.
Yeah, for their sustenance, it was definitely worth it. But I thought I had plenty of time. I ran into a friend I hadn't seen probably in like 20 years, randomly, not even from this area, and so I got to talking to him. I thought I had all the time in the world because they told us we were playing last, but it was not the case.
How old are your kids?
I have a 23-year-old, a 21-year-old, a 16-year-old, and a 13-year-old.
Wow.
That is so much kids.
Yes, it is. Well, adults. Two of them are adults.
Yeah, that's crazy. I have my first, he's like 7 months.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah. Very, very different.
Yeah.
Any words of advice? And I'm asking for it.
Well, have fun.
Say that kind of resigned. You're like, well.
The thing, like the diaper part is just not that much fun. And then you get into the stage where they can walk, but they don't have the brains to go along with walking, so they're climbing up stuff that they can't jump off of and sticking things where they don't belong. Two of my kids have gotten shocked by putting forks in in sockets. So yeah.
So baby proofing and enjoy it is what I'm hearing.
Well, I mean the baby proofing only. I mean when they're around 2 and they get even before they're walking. They get into stuff. They'll knock down the baby proof, and the thing is, they don't know to say, hey, and they'll be in exactly the stuff. They'll have all the toys sitting everywhere, and they'll find a jar of Vaseline that they want to just throw all over the wall.
I got jokes that I'm not gonna make, but when it comes to being a dad, though, I always ask this question when people come on who have children. Did it mess with your ability to play music at all? Did it inspire you? Did it have any effect?
It definitely inspired me. I guess when I had my first daughter, I was young. I was probably like 21, 22 years old, and I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know how I'm gonna raise this kid, but I was like, the only thing that I knew, and this was the conversation I had in my mind, I was like, the only thing that I know that I will be able to do is to show this kid that they should always chase after their dreams. And that's been yes, it's been an inspiration. It's also been an obstacle, but it's been an inspiration. It's been kind of the driving force of just me I'm 40, I'll be 46 next month. Shoot. So it's just been a driving force of me just keep going, keep trying, keep chipping away, and I don't regret it. Yeah. And I think my kids have learned a lesson. So
well, I want to get into that a little bit, but before we do that, let's set up this first song, the first music break. Which song that you sent us do you want to hear first?
Let's go with "I've Been Down."
I've been down. Why do you want to hear that?
Well, that song, it hits pretty hard. First of all, I mean that's always a plus. But it's
hits hard like the beat, like the lyrics.
Well, the music, the lyrics is pretty simple. It's a nice blues riff or whatever. And that song is probably the oldest. That's probably the first Marshal Fuzz song that has ever. That song predates all of my bandmates. So yeah, and that song I actually wrote before Marshal Fuzz was a thing. So yeah.
Cool.
Okay, so what is this again?
I've Been Down. Every name that you could think of, I've been called. 'Cause I've been down. Time to get up now. I've been down, down. Time to get up now. I've been down. Time to get up now. Go ahead. Make my day. Don't give a damn what you think of me or what you say. So keep your peace, and I'll keep mine. I won't let your curses work this time. 'Cause I've been down. Time to get up now. I've been down, down. Time to get up now. I've been down. Time to get up now.
That is my favorite Marshall Fuzz song. Take that how you like it. I don't know how you feel about that.
He's talking to you.
Oh, me. Okay. Yeah.
Sorry,
thank you very much. And I mean, so if you say it's your favorite, that definitely means a lot. And if you say it's good, then it's probably good because you know what the fuck you're talking about.
Well, no, but it's cool because so that's the song. It's like, you know, the chorus, you know, it's like I've been down, but I'm not out, and it kind of walks through that whole thing, and it's like it's cool. One, the riff slaps. It's a great riff. It's simple, but then it's like when you all are playing, it's like between Brad, between whatever drummer you have, and then your stuff, it just all fits so well.
Yeah.
And what's actually kind of cool is I think we'll have to double check the track listings, but I think Phoenix actually played a Marshall Fuzz song, this one of the new version, on the podcast episode that he was on.
Oh, cool.
So you should fight with him later.
Yeah. He's going to have to pay me some royalties.
Phoenix.
Phoenix.
Twice.
Yeah. but it's like, but he was like,
Might have to
yeah.
get Metallica on
Yeah,
his ass.
yeah. But he was like, I was like, oh man, I said, Phoenix, why'd you pick a Marshall Fuzz song? It's like, like Sully and everybody's great, but like, what's up? He's like, oh no, I recorded that. I'm like, oh.
Yeah,
So
he did. He sure did.
So tell the people a little bit about the recording process. How many songs? Where'd you record? Do you hate recording? Are you still friends with Phoenix?
Yeah, Phoenix recorded. We put out our first project was like a 6-song EP thingy, and Phoenix recorded it. Met Phoenix. He was telling me about what he had, and as soon as we went in there, it was obvious he knew what he was talking about. And Phoenix is relatively young. I mean, I believe he's like 25 years old.
Yeah.
So it was amazing to see, and the thing is, I knew them from their band, and like their band, they play with backtracks. Their drummer plays to a click. So I'm like, they're doing all this live. These guys definitely know what to do in the studio. So it was almost. I mean, I was sold before I went in there, and then when we went in there, and Phoenix is really, especially because we're in the process of recording this new thing. Well, I'm almost done at this point, but Phoenix has kind of become the 5th member of Marshal Fuzz when we're in the studio, because he just adds. He plays guitar, he plays bass, he knows how to sing. He's a trained musician, so he just brings a whole lot. I mean, it's that, when you have that producer-artist kind of relationship, that's the kind of relationship you want. Somebody's going to tell you, hey, no, don't do that. Hey, what about this? Hey, shoot, sometimes let me play this. I can play that better. It's been a blast. People always come tell me, oh, you should come record with us. And I'm like, I don't know why I would leave something that's a good thing. You know what I mean? Yeah. And he's on this record. That record was one of his earlier endeavors, and now he's on 2.0 right now. His know-how is crazy.
It's a big difference.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm interested. With that said, and this predates what Chris was just talking about, I don't know how Marshal Fuzz came together. It sounds like this was kind of your project from the beginning, and then you found Brad, and you found like kind of the pieces around it. Like, how and when did it start?
It started, for years I was always in band playing guitar, playing lead guitar, rhythm guitar, backup vocals, and I was always finding myself in projects. And then the drummer and the singer would get pissed off at each other, and then the guitar player. Well, not usually it's not. The drummer's usually the one chilling, but I've had played with some crazy drummers. But it'll be a rift, and then everything that we worked on, just completely goes out the window. So I'm like, I need to do something on my own. So I went in the studio and recorded a record where I wrote all the songs, played bass, and then my producer at the time, he played drums on it.
Is that local? Who is that? Who played
that?
drums?
Is now the connection is crazy. That is the owner of Special Tees, the t-shirt company.
Hannah?
No. Hannah has investors over her.
This is breaking news. So what is this person's name? Matt
Colazzo.
That's awesome.
Colazzo. You got to check his band. His band's called They Don't Play That Much. These are the guys that I was like following, the local guys that I was following back in like the late 90s and stuff like that. His band's called Resin. They're actually playing up at 611. We're playing with them at 611 in November.
Oh shoot. Okay.
Yeah, with Crooked Hill should be.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Brett, did you hear that? That's cool.
Christ.
So yeah, Matt. So with Special Tees, my guitar, the person who taught me how to play guitar from the beginning used to work at Special Tees. Special Tees was going through issues, when things were switching over to online ordering and stuff like that. So they were kind of going ups and downs as far as ownership is concerned. They decided to sell the company. It was in Gaithersburg at the time. So at my buddy Matt, who was in the band Resin, and the lead singer of Resin, they bought it. Okay. And then they hired the people. It really started taking off once Hannah took it over. They brought it up to Frederick and stuff like that. So yeah.
That's crazy. What a small world. I learned something new on this podcast every time. And shout out to our previous podcast sponsors and friends, Special Tees. We get all your merch printing, all your stickers, all your the buttons, the stickers, everything. Yeah, it's all they're the best.
We did masks for this for the EP that we put out. So
cool.
They did those for us as well. But yeah.
What does the name Marshal Fuzz mean?
Marshal Fuzz. It doesn't mean anything.
I was gonna say, you're telling me it's a cousin.
It's not that deep. But what it is, I was trying to kind of messing around, throwing names around and stuff like that. And at the time I played through a Marshall, I still have it actually. I'm about to put some tubes in and start playing.
Please.
Yeah, definitely. But I played the Marshall, and I like the fuzz tone. And then it's also kind of a double meaning where like Marshall, law enforcement fuzz, like fuzz. So it could be it's the fuzz from the Marshall amp, or it's like the law enforcement Marshall, like U.S. Marshal fuzz, like the police.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the U.S. Marshals movie with Tommy Lee Jones?
Wait a minute.
So this is because I did this thing. Well, quick segue because nobody cares, but this is funny. My dad would bring home a new movie we'd watch every Friday growing up, and it'd be movies that like I wouldn't be allowed to watch as a kid. But he'd bring home some movie when we watch it, and so we watched The Fugitive. So Fugitive's Harrison Ford, Tommy Lee Jones, Richard Kimball, a surgeon kills his wife but doesn't kill his wife. They made a sequel.
Spoiler.
Yeah, they made a sequel with Tommy Lee Jones as a spinoff character. It's kind of the original Better Call Saul, where they took a character from that, and then it's called U.S. Marshals. And anyway, it's pretty good.
That
Wesley
name,
Snipes is in it.
It rings a bell.
Yeah, Wesley Snipes was in it. It was really good.
I think I've seen it.
Yeah,
but,
it's good. But anyway, well, cool. I didn't know that. Marshall
Well, that's a perfect segue into our second song, which I'm sure is called The Fugitive, right?
Or Tommy Lee Jones.
Let me see if any of those songs are anything close to The Fugitive.
What's the second one you want to hear?
Let's go with Stand Your Ground.
Stand Your Ground, and why? Tell us a little bit about the song.
Now, Stand Your Ground, I wrote but I don't know why I wanted to write a song, but basically the song is about the Trayvon Martin situation, the when he got murdered, and it's written from the perspective of George Zimmerman.
Oh,
so.
Oh man,
shit.
What? How'd that idea come about?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't remember. I'm sure it had some sort of inception, but I don't.
Right.
I don't remember why I was thinking about that. But
a lot of people were.
Yeah, but when you hear the lyrics, and you're like, when you hear what I say in the lyrics, you can kind of put the pieces together. It's like, oh, okay, now it makes sense.
Let's just stand your ground.
You see yourself, your weakness you project on someone else. Life so fragile, gone with no remorse. The only language that I know it's force, yeah. This time just had to come. Why did he just run? So I'm gonna stand my ground. You mess with me, you're going down for good luck to those who cross my path. I'm shooting first and asking questions last. The mask I wear is made of steel to guard me from the demons that I fear. This time just had to come. Why didn't he just run? So I'm gonna stand my ground. You mess with me, you're going down for good. This time just had to come. Why didn't he just run? So I'm gonna stand my ground. You mess with me, you're going down for good.
Love that song. Love that song. That's not something you're sitting around on a Tuesday saying, "Oh, this came into my head."
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like
Nope.
I'm assuming that took a little while to ponder before you sat down to write.
Oh.
Or did it just flow out?
I guess once I figured out the direction that I was gonna go with the song, it totally just kind of came. It kind of came together. But I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think I came up with the chorus first. Yeah. So yeah.
Where do you write? Like, do you have like a desk? Do you have a chair? Do you have like a walking path? Like,
Love seat.
Yeah.
I have a bench, like a rocking chair bench in my bedroom.
Wait, a rocking chair bench? That sounds amazing.
Yeah. I mean, it makes a bunch of noise.
Can I come over?
You gotta beat my son to it though. He's always crashing my bedroom and hanging out there. I'm like,
Is he the 15-year-old?
Yes.
I got video
13
games. I'll give him the video games. You go the other way.
But yeah, that's usually the place. I mean, when I don't write, I'm not the type of person like, oh, this is a lyric, or I write like if I'm working on a project, that's what I'll sit down and write. But yeah, normally I sit down at that chair and that's where I write at. Yeah.
Where at this point, where do you get your inspiration from? Like, is music something you want to continue to do over? Like, it every time I see you, and I can speak for myself. I don't know about Chris, but every time I've seen you play, it just looks like you have the most fun.
I am. This is like I feel so lucky to be able to do it, and I'm glad because it was a few times, with people saying it was a few times where I was discouraged, and I'm so glad that I continued to keep pressing it, and it was exactly that, like that feeling of just. Especially playing in a band, playing with other musicians, that's just the best thing in the world. And it's just so much fun. It's so much fun.
Discouraged by
just how like life pressure. You're getting older. You got to get a job. That's not a job.
Yeah.
And my whole existence has been to kind of prove people wrong because I've since then created a life that basically accommodates that. Yes, it's not to the point where I'm making a bunch of money off of it, but I got a job when I work whenever the hell I want to.
Sure.
I don't have to turn down gigs. Everything is toward that, and I'm doing pretty good doing it.
Sure.
I'm not backpacking. I'm feeding children.
Right.
I'm doing penthouse stuff. So I mean, and for the people that are kind of having second thoughts, it can definitely happen. And as a matter of fact, it absolutely should happen, because that is the only way. That the other way of giving up and treating it like it was some fad or some sort of phase that you were going through, you're going to regret that. You're going to regret that.
Wait a second. Let me say that then, because what's your advice for Chris, who says he never wants to play in another band again? That's where he's at. He's giving up.
So wait. So there is
Start your own band.
He's the worst. No, yeah. So like the thing with Colin's point is like, so like I was in a band for a really long time, and toured the country, put out records, did pretty much, we had our goal list and we pretty much hit everything we wanted. And so it was all really, really cool. And then when those bands that you've been in with a long period of time and the friendships deteriorate and like broken trust is there, it's almost like it's a really bad divorce. And so now at that point, it's like, okay, if you look at, a band is essentially a marriage with all these other people. So it's like, you have 4 in yours. Yeah. And so it's like you're married to each of those people.
Sure.
And so then when one of them kind of like ends up breaking something, you're like, do I really want to get involved in somebody else again? And it's like, but then you get into and this is funny because you actually came up a couple episodes ago when we were talking about just like show ethos and how you can like run being in bands, and you just love to play.
Yeah.
And so for me,
and I believe in that.
Yeah.
I believe, and I don't think Chris
you
really
are
does.
Team Sully for sure.
Right, definitely.
And so for me, I'm like very like strategic, like, hey, we want to do the show, we want to plan stuff out.
Sure.
Like we don't want to just say no just to be dicks, but you also want to say no because hey, you're booking this other thing and it's or whatever.
100%.
So
and I'm getting to that point. My
welcome.
Yeah. How are you going to do that? This is the end of the episode.
This is so good because you were always his like, man, Sully, he's always playing.
Because I believe in that. I believe in everything you do.
I believe in that. I definitely believe in that. Yeah. But what this is, I'll put it like that. Yeah. This is, I guess, the extent of that as far as I'm concerned, is that if it's like, let's say you have a show. Because we were playing Cafe Nola on Friday, and then going down the street and playing.
I love this so much.
But now check this out though. And for your point, every time we did that, every room had different people in that room.
That's fair.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
And my thing is that unless I have. And the reason why I'm getting to what you're saying now is because now we have a following. Now the same people are coming to our shows. Sure. So that now we have to think of that. But back then when I was ripping and running, and I still do rip and run, I was definitely we weren't at the point where we could be turning down shows. You know what I mean? Right. So
I always see the thing that's always been my philosophy, and that's why, I do think that's why Motorcycle burned out on a lot of levels. Sure. And I know that Chris views this as a fault of mine, but it's like I don't feel like I'm ever in a position to turn down a show. Like for instance, we're playing. By the time this comes out, we will a couple weeks ago have played with Tad.
Yeah, absolutely.
At Old Mother, and it's not like I was just excited when he said, "Hey, I want you to play with me." I took that as excitement. It's almost like an honor. I'm happy to do it. I will be there.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Well, I love that there's now officially a name to it. Rip it and running. I love that. Love that because we've always just called it whatever Colin does, and so it's great to have a name. But yeah, I think it's interesting.
I think there's value to that. You learn.
Agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
And I think it's like there's a staging of when it is too, because like at a certain point too with Motorcycle, you ran out of places to play. I mean, it's like hey, there was the 5 spots in Frederick that would do it, and you would do all 5 in one night, and it would be.
But they were all, and this is to Sully's point, they were all 5 different audiences
yes.
that would come.
Absolutely.
And you saw like we play McClintock, and we had like the rich people like us there. Then we go to NOLA, and you'd have all the NOLA people.
And so, but what's cool though is almost like so Sully, you're kind of telling me like Marshal Fuzz is now into this whole sustainability thing. And I think that's kind of what you're looking at because it's like like at the end of the day, you're coming from it as like you are finding ways to carve your life around the things you love, which is cool. And so because of that, you're trying to protect it.
Absolutely.
And so it's it's a very mature way to look at it.
And we can still rip and run through another town.
Yes. Oh yes, sure.
Because if we rip and run out of Frederick, you got the next. You can rip and run another.
Most definitely. And here's the thing on that I've always had in my mind with the motorcycle thing too. And this is probably where you're at. I don't know. It's like that town doesn't have to be too far away.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah. So you could say, we're going to rip and run through
Hagerstown.
Hagerstown. That's exactly where I was going. You got the Broad Axe up there. You got a couple different places that are good
Maryland
music
theaters.
venues.
Yes,
the Maryland,
sir.
well, yeah, they do some things now, I guess. And you can have that ability to say, like, Motorcycle ended up doing a bunch in College Park.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we just played there all of the time, and it was always college stuff, and
Yeah.
it was a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
So we ended up having, like, the Frederick stuff. We had the College Park stuff, sometimes in D.C., sometimes
Altoona
in Baltimore.
stuff.
Altoona was a huge one for us.
Yeah.
And I bet they love you guys.
Oh,
man.
they would kill.
I mean,
McGarvey's, find them.
And the cool part about it is that my band is 100% down. And that's the thing. When Brad joined my band, there was no more excuses. Oh, nobody had to fight with their wife. Nobody had to.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So when Brad joined my band, I was like, man, I got somebody else that's down.
Yeah.
To down and to hit it, because like you said, we like playing.
Mm-hmm.
That's you don't. I mean, don't. I'm saying it on a podcast, but you don't even have to pay us.
Did you hear that?
It's
Book
out
Marshal
there.
Fuzz for free.
It's out there, venues.
But that's what's crazy too, though. It's like I love that you all love to play. So like
Yeah.
I'll see Al playing on the street just to play, and it makes you so happy that you're all like. And then every drummer you have, they're in 3 other bands at the same time.
Yep.
And so does Brad play in something else?
Brad, he plays with EJ from time to time. He plays with.
Okay.
It's nothing regular.
Okay.
But yeah.
Okay.
Has he played with Matt at all? With Shadow Apparatus? And
No. But he did. He used to play for Jack Funk as.
That's right,
Briefly, yeah.
Oh shoot. That's,
Yeah.
Man, God,
He used to play for Jack Funk.
that band's awesome. They're so good at guitar.
I keep saying we got to get Jack Funk on the podcast, and you say they never respond to us. So this is our plea to Jack.
Yeah,
Funk.
come on to this podcast.
Jack, I don't think I ever
Funk.
said that.
Mr. Funk.
Yeah, Nick, I don't think I said that. You can come on the
I
podcast.
wanna-
He's in the same boat as you. He just
Is
had
he?
a kid. Yeah, he just had a kid.
It'll be
It-
tough.
It changes everything. We can do it on Zoom, Nick. We can make it work.
We'll do anything you want. Just please come on.
He's,
So
yeah.
he's around the corner.
I-
so.
Is he?
Yeah, he lives right.
Yeah, he lives right around.
Who doesn't live around where Could Better Studios
Yeah.
are?
I wanna do something we don't do all the time, but I do want to do it here. I want to do the quick 5 questions.
You got some?
I got some, Chris. We'll bounce back and forth.
It's fine. Is there a theme? Because last time we did a theme, I fucked it up, and I was really embarrassed.
No,
I said,
I'm not going to tell you the theme. I just want to see you fuck it up. That's all.
Okay, here we go.
So I'm going to start with this. Biggest influence as a guitar player.
Jimi Hendrix.
Uh,
But check this out.
Okay.
Part B would be Jerry Cantrell.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Part of your rig you need to upgrade the most. There's only one answer.
My head. My head.
Yes,
My
so
head.
good.
Definitely. But I have it. I'm gonna get some tubes.
Dude.
I was just I was looking for portability, and after 2 years of looking for portability,
I know.
I'm ready to haul the big boy in.
I
there.
knew the answer to that, and I just wanted to hear it again because I've been dogging you for years.
Now it's documented.
You.
All right. You get to choose one genre, blues or rock.
Oh, between the two?
Yeah.
I would have to go with blues.
Yes, sir.
I would have to go with blues just because it kind of covers rock. Everything cool about rock is the
Rock
blues.
came from the blues,
Yeah.
man. Good answer.
What's on your Frederick bucket list to play?
Venue wise, Hold on, there is an answer for that question.
And it could be venue wise, it could be event wise. You know, the one for me is I wanted to play a show at 200 East with Colin, and I never got to do that.
Doomfest.
Ooh,
Ooh, shoot. Okay.
that's cool. All right,
Dude,
final
yeah.
one is you.
Final one. 5 years from now, where's Marshall Fuzz?
5 years from now, Marshall Fuzz will be at least making a solid income off of playing.
There we go. I like to hear it, yo.
Big dreams.
Up top.
Yes, sir.
Slap for people that are tuning into
Yo,
the
you have
live
big
feed.
hands,
I
man.
know.
You better play that guitar. Goodness gracious. This last song, what's the name of this last song?
That song is called Smile.
Smile. What's it about? Let's hear
Smile
about
is this song I wrote. My mom passed away about 5 years ago, and she had the most wonderful smile in the world, and that's what the song is about.
So, Lee, tell people before we bounce here, where can people find your music?
You have us on Facebook, Marshall Fuzz. You have us on Instagram, Marshall_Fuzz. We're on We have a website, MarshallFuzz.com, and Spotify. Apple Music, all of your streaming platforms. We're out there. Marshall Fuzz, MARSHAL, 1L,
One L.
FUZZ, 2 Z's.
Damn. Sully, thank you for coming on, and this is Smile.
Now's the time to face your goals. And are you brave enough to go into the dark where you belong? Strength and a weak and a strong. I always knew I'd have to say bye. How I hated to see you cry. Never thought I'd see you die. In front of my eyes you're gone. Now all our time is gone. I'll never forget how you used to smile.
Could Be Better podcast is produced live from the Could Be Better studios that are definitely not a bedroom in Frederick, Maryland.
Check out our website, www.couldbebettermeh.com, for links to our social media, as well as a calendar of events and our contact information for those interested in guesting or supporting the Could Be Better movement.
Sure, whatever the hell that is. If you'd like what you hear, though, follow us on Apple Podcasts, Overcast, or however you're listening to this right now. And don't hesitate to leave us a 5-star review because, believe it or not, it actually really helps.
Tune in every Thursday for a new episode where we...
Okay, that's enough. We've been talking for way too long.
Okay. I'm Chris Perry.
And I'm Colin McGuire, and we are out of time. So for now, remember, as always, everybody, this could be better.